Hello. Today we will talking about difference between have and have got. Have and have got. You can use these two when we talk about possession. When you possess something. For instance, I have a pen, or I can say I have got a pen. The meaning is more or less the same. You possess. If you have it, I have it. So now, but there is some difference in terms of grammar, in terms of some particulars, how you should use them in your speech. So, for example, when you created a question, there are two separate ways. For example, I can ask you, do you have a car? Do you have a car? In this case, I use the verb have, just have. Or I can ask you, have you got a car? The meaning will be the same, but here I use have got. Notice that in first case, with have we use a typical construction with an auxiliary verb do. In present simple and then use have. Do you have a car? But in the second case, with have got, we do not need any auxiliary verbs. We just will have in this case. It is an auxiliary verb at the beginning of the sentence, and we have the question, have you got a car? Have you got a car? Now, let's talk about negative sentence. The logic is 100% the same. You see, in this case, you use the verb have once again. You are supposed to use an auxiliary verb which is used in this particular tense. For example, in present we use don't or doesn't. For instance, I can say that I don't have a car. Present simple, we use do plus not or does plus not. For instance, he doesn't have a car. Well, but if we use have got in this case, once again, we do not need any extra auxiliary verb. We say, I haven't got a car. So you put this negative particle after auxiliary verb, which already exists in their phrases have got, have is an auxiliary verb here. And you say, I haven't got a car now. He hasn't got a car. I don't have a car and he doesn't have a car. So I want to remind you that the phrase have got is used only in present when you talk about possession. I had a car. I had to go to car like I had a car. No, it won't be correct. Have got in this case when we talk about possession, things, is used only in present. It looks like the perfect form of the verb get. It can be auxiliary, but in this case, when we talk about having something, it's used only in present. Be careful, okay? So next is now a couple of more example. I'm going to ask you a question and your job is to answer using a positive sentence or negative sentence and use both construction. For example, do you have a new computer? Have you got a new computer? Now, you can say yes. In the first case, when I ask you, do you have a new computer? You say yes. I do. Or no, I don't. So we use an auxiliary verb used in the question. We take the auxiliary verb and put into our short answer. The second question Have you got a new computer? Will be have you you say yes I have and no I haven't. In this case, once again, if you use the phrase have got, you use only in present, but you can use in the verb have simply in any tense you like. Um, do you have a new computer? Yes, I do. No, I don't. So, thank you for watching this lesson. Goodbye.